أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم آمين.
Cocaine coupe, automata watch strap going boom, Pyrex a pot, collar up, bleed, cookie straight drop, water whip the key, wrist hurt a lot, 13 the key, 32 the free. I trap in the rain, that's why my shit buzzing like ring-a-ling. I can buy what you want, my baby. Take you shopping, East Saint Laurent, my baby. Fendi, Prada, Louis Vuitton, my baby. She got that ass that I want, my baby. So I put that trunk in the front, my baby. Spent 30,000 in my lawn, my baby. She get on top and have some fun, my baby. 125 for the cocaine coupe, automata watch strap going boom, Pyrex a pot, collar up, bleed, cookie straight drop, water whip the key, wrist hurt a lot, 13 the key, 32 the flop, Corvette, pulling off the light, fine shit cheap, double up the nice work, getting scarce, just another drop.
On it through, you get a better ticket. I come from the slums, I came up breaking bitches. My pockets got different, bro. They told me, listen, stainless still the mission. Pyrex for the mention. 20K with Johnny, diamonds hitting different. AP for the misters, Cardi for my missus. Came from JDC, now penthouse water whipping. Standing in the kitchen, watching Brody whip it till it locked. Don't whip it till it's sticky. Everything is dropped, no baking soda in it. Came up from the block, I'm still out in the trenches. Police hit the spot, but they
They thought was gonna change.
I don't know what they thought they changed. I'm about to think something did change.
What?
Motherfucking numbers, cuz.
Yeah, what they do?
It made me worse, cuz.
Yeah,
10 times worse. So when you call me, make sure you call me correct.
The clip would later circulate teasing a snippet from his comeback song, where he told the story of what was going through his mind when he suffered the injury and how it affected his mental state. Interestingly, he would use his buzz to promote his close friends from his neighborhood's music, popping out with a shout out for his son.
Neighborhood Crip. I'm from the dead homies, cuz. The hood. The homie, cuz. Info. Cuz on West Side Road. Cuz. Yeah, cuz on West Side Road. Make this because I had to, cuz. I'm like, what's the name of the song? That's it, True Ether. I'm like, hold on. That's like Kryptonite. Like Superman and them. He like, yeah, cuz. They will Crip. I'm like, cuz. I'm like, that's not rolling. Cuz, sick.
Paul Rexter had clearly not lost his positive energy, and he would continue to post himself outside enjoying the LA summer with his friend, not letting this injury stop him one bit.
Here. I'm just trying to figure out, hey, let me use like $1 million or something. Can I use $1 million now? Can I use I tell it on Vernon Avenue, I dress every day like my C-Day. I'm just trying to figure it out. Hey, can I use $1 million back here, cuz? Hey, let me hold like 10. Let me hold like 10, cuz. Can I hold 10? Bro, baby,
From here, he would continue tapping in with new people, next getting a tour of the re-entry podcast studios with Miss Contrary, continuing speculation about where his podcast career would be going next.
Oh, you the boss? Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta go with us.
Want to give him a quick tour of the studio with us? Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it.
No way. Did you know all this?
You wouldn't even know it was all back here.
Too much.
We need our engineers, but we're gonna show you everything.
This started all over this. Then I go to jail the next time, and I'm in jail. I'm here for the radio. I'm mad at y'all. Patty, you know what I'm saying? Patty out here making a difference over here in this area.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? You make you turn a negative into a positive on the east side. You get what I'm saying? So I'm proud of it.
The injury clearly could not stop 4Extra's immaculate gripping, as he would then post another video carousel in a fresh fit, blue head to toe, and throwing up the set. He would also be spending more and more time in the studio, being seen recording and teasing a verse that he had recorded with buzzing rapper Black Hope 15.
What you say? We can slap.
Unfortunately though, one of the saddest consequences of this incident was the strain that it seemed to put on his condition and speculating on his potential return.
I have joined the news because, let's be real, something happened over the weekend.
What the fuck?
4Extra blew his hand off. And obviously, this was an extremely viral thing to have taken place. In particular, I think because of the fact that he has essentially built his entire name off of, threatening violence, saying that he wanted to pack people out, claiming that he won 10 fights in a row in jail, he never claimed that he put a carrot in his butt, but we all kind of, or in someone else's butt, we all kind of know that he probably did, and it took the internet by storm, and it was even crazier that it was 4th of July weekend, everybody had plenty.
And expressing disappointment that he had offered to go to the hospital but had been told that he wasn't taking guests, only to find out that Kevin Gates had then been allowed to visit.
Have you spoke to him?
I have not. I sent him a voice note. I've been speaking to Lupe. It's like group chat with me, Lupe, and Whack and Remo. That has been kind of our main way that we've been finding stuff out. I know Remo's hopped on the phone with Lupe a couple times, but I have not actually spoken to him. Although I offered to go to the hospital this morning and was told that he's not going to be having guests at this time.
Shows you where you stand.
That was a little troubling. Knowing I would. That was like yesterday. I offered to come today, but anyway, like Whack was in the group chat. Whack was ripping on Lupe. How dare you let Kevin Gates go there? Adam can't go there. I'm like, damn, I wouldn't have even thought to raise a stink about that.
Clearly there was some animosity brewing between Adam and 4Extra as a result of this. Adam likely felt that prior to this incident, he had done a lot to help 4Extra, not just putting him on at No Jumper as a host, but also rumored to have been paying him a significant monthly fee to appear on the show. So Adam was hurt that 4Extra hadn't accepted his offer to visit, but sadly, their relationship would only deteriorate further when Inglewood Family Blood, an apparent enemy of 4Extra, and another regular on No Jumper, Munchie B, would share his thoughts on the incident. Munchie had already taken the opportunity to rub salt in the wound, taking to his own YouTube channel just 2 days after the accident to make some tasteless jokes about 4Extra's injury. In a video on his channel titled 4Extra Go Out With a Boom on the 4th of July, Munchie would address the situation, saying that 4Extra can no longer fight, but also saying that he shouldn't back down on the gangster talk with this injury, pointing out that even after getting shot and losing his sight himself, Munchie B is still outside and standing on business at the set.
I hope you keep the same energy. Hand or no hand. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
40 crip till you die, not till your hand get blown off. You know what I'm saying? So keep the same energy. Cause I do it. So I don't want to hear all the BS. You know what I'm saying? I got shot. Got my vision. Guess what? Still outside. Still outside. Still B-teaming. Podcasting. Making music. Doing whatever I want to do. Okay. I got the same energy from before I got shot to right now.
Munchie would go on to make a series of disrespectful puns about 4Extra's injury.
Everybody heard the latest and the greatest with 4Extras. He won't be giving out no favors. You ask for 4Extras. I wish I could give you a hand. I mean, wish I could help you out in this situation, but you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You're in trouble, B-Team. Hey, look, I got a little joke, right? Look, what did the robber say to 4Extra during a robbery? Hand it over. Oh, hey, no, I got one more. Hold on. What did the young lady say when she approached 4Extras in the party? You look bomb. Oh, I don't care if y'all think it's funny. I think it's funny. Yo, even with Felly, bro. Talk all that. Oh, bless. See how life works? Crazy, ain't it?
This was already a very disrespectful way to handle the issue, but at this point, Munchie was on his own channel with his own personal issue with 4Extra. But 4Extra would feel personally slighted when Adam asked Munchie his thoughts on the situation on the jumper platform. In another episode of the news, where it seemed that Adam accidentally ended up making jokes about the situation without realizing it, with Munchie B bringing attention to the disrespect.
We all saw it explode onto the internet. A lot of people thought it was fake. We can talk about that too, but it turns out.
Say explode onto the internet.
See, that's the problem, man, because even...
Hey, you can't say nothing, huh?
Exactly. I already had somebody tell me, oh, why you dressed up like the firecracker that blew his hand up? I'm like, God damn, I can't even put a tie-dye shirt on without somebody coming up with a narrative.
Crazy.
Anyway,
I seen you donated $1,000. You gonna get that new robot thing going, huh? AI technology.
That's the government. They got look how bad this looks already. Already, people are trying to get me to laugh, crack jokes.
Adam would go on to ask the room their thoughts on the situation, and made it very clear that both Munchie B and King Hill had issues with 4Extra from the outset, and giving them the floor to disrespect 4Extra and justify their reasons for being so disrespectful, with a debate then taking place on whether or not it should be expected for the odds to make fun of each other when they get hurt, with it being revealed that Baby Runner had apparently admonished Munchie B for dissing 4Extra and acting like someone who scored a point against him rather than him suffering a traffic accident.
4Extra's lost his hand. Yeah. Let's talk about it. How did you first feel when you saw it? At least some people here in the room, let's be totally real, some people here have a dog in the fight. Munchie had been going back and forth with him on him, saying that he wasn't all he was cracked up to be. And then, in addition to that, King Phil had been turned down for a fight, and 4Extra's actually said that you were a smoker, that you were not worthy of getting in the ring with him, etc. I can't help but feel like it probably hit Shaw slightly different than it hit other people.
Oh yeah, man. I was thinking it was AI at first. You feel me? I'm like, man, this gotta be AI.
Like 8 hours after it came out, he was still hitting me up like, y'all really want us to believe this?
I'm thinking it's gonna come out the back, off the back. Talking about I'm back. I didn't believe that.
Okay.
So I'm like, I think the Fade God did that. You know, everybody pray to a God that they pray to. And when you one of these fighters, unknowingly, you might be praying to these fight gods. And when you turn the Fade down, you gotta suffer a consequence.
Man,
That's what I thought about at the crib when I was fading.
You thought that it was, you think it's karma from the Fade God?
There has to be a rapper going Fade.
I'm so glad I asked you. Listen, I actually gave Munchie B credit on the news yesterday. There's a clip of me talking about this when I first came in Monday, and I said how Munchie B didn't disrespect 4Extra, and then a lot of people were pointing out, no, Adam, you got that wrong. Munchie absolutely was making jokes as soon as this happened.
I don't think it genuinely that Munchie went as hard as he could have. Like,
I mean, let's ask the mayor himself. How do you?
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's not selective politics. It ain't selective politics. You know what? Like I said, let me just get out the way real quick. Like I said, only thing when I seen it, right, when I seen Munchie B little jokes and all that, like I said, yeah, he could have went way harder. But like I said, when I seen the jokes, I was surprised. I was like, I didn't think Munchie would hop out there like that. You feel me? And like a few people, that's just my opinion. Like, did Munchie do something wrong? Like I told Munchie Munchie, like, I did something wrong. I'm like, oh, you ain't did nothing wrong. Who am I to say you did something wrong? Like, at the end of the day, like, you can't tell nobody how to mourn or how to handle disrespect or how to taunt a person that's supposed to be an enemy or that you say, but, you know, just like I said, you know, I'm like, I wouldn't have did it, but, like, shit, hey, like, I can't get mad. I'm not mad, but
why
I'm
people
gonna
don't hold their own homies accountable when they do, like, things that ain't tasteful on the internet? You know what I mean? He do know it's a little dude on the internet programming from the cell. I got a YouTube channel that blasted my social number all on this content. I didn't cry about it. Okay, he said, they acting like they came through and shot the home rule. Nah, we ain't acting like that.
like people is celebrating like they came through and downed him or they put in some work on him. And a firecracker did it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say like the families or try to reference that.
Bro.
He said that's just how people will celebrate.
Bro, it's very cute. They do the same thing with blind with me, bro. And the photos
I said that as well.
that was my whole thing.
If you on the internet, bro, your skin gotta be thicker than the Montclair coat for sure. Like all that being sensitive for your homie, that's out. He entered this content, and then the thing is, they took out of the whole video, they took these two little bush jokes and highlighted that. But I'm saying, I hope he keep the same energy. Don't let it hinder him, cause it ain't hinder me. I Ubered up here by myself before. I'm still podcasting, rapping. If I call a meeting in the hood, a lot of people will come. Just carry on, because how you is right now, that's what it is, bro. So get used to it. All that crying, I don't want to hear that.
Could y'all imagine what he would have been like if it was somebody that he ain't with? He would have been over here laughing like a...
Okay, but to just shoot him some bail, he never really engaged with all that too much. Like
I didn't like that, and I held back. And the only reason why I brought it up that one day because it fit the conversation, but all that, I ain't much to be. What I mean, and then if I'm trying to act like that ain't a knock on nobody.
My bad too, because look, because I didn't.
And I'm like, I'm not young and I'm kicking him.
Yeah.
It's a knock on him. And then they forget to say he knocked me out. Because all I said was, you're lying. You didn't do what you said to the homie. He said, and much you know. I would have ran across. I would have knocked you out too. I didn't say nothing about that. That's cool. I mean, whatever. But you ain't never said nothing about much. Yeah, did. I just didn't speak up. I just put it in my memory bank and kept it pushing. But they not be so sensitive.
Nah, facts. Because I mean, even with me, like I've had infinite jokes about T-Rail and his little baby arm. I've had a million jokes about, I don't know, other people who got or whatever, and it's like I wouldn't never make a joke about Munchie not being able to see, but then at the same time it's like it's kind of hard to like blame everybody for making jokes about Forrester when we've all kind of done the same thing to various people that we don't like, and then we kind of like we could hold ourselves to a different standard as people that for Forrester. Well, me and you, Lush, to a certain extent, but you know, for a lot of other people, it's very understandable that they're going to come with the most offensive possible.
I'm really rooting for him on some bounce back. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Just keep the same energy and don't let it hinder you. I mean,
So Munchie believed that since 4Extra disrespected him in the past, he was justified in mocking his injuries. Munchie would go on to stand on his points, saying that he didn't agree with Baby Runner, and said that in this new generation of the streets, people are extremely disrespectful. This sort of thing should be expected.
Runner was saying like,
no.
Like you didn't agree with his points.
Hell no. I didn't agree with nothing. This a new generation smoking on ops, all kind of shit. And then they acting like he a little girl that got hit by a drunken driver. This ain't that. Bro, look. This the same dude that said he beat up on somebody just because they from Inglewood, he on gangbang. Just because they live in my neighborhood, bro, it's hard to have compassion for somebody like that. Oh, everybody affiliated with somebody. That don't mean they gangbangers. Just because they live in my hood, you whooped on them. And he said this on the internet for everybody repeatedly.
Despite the fact that Adam kind of tried to defend 4Extra and seemed to make it clear that he didn't condone the disrespect, Adam would go on to explain that 4Extra's people were upset with him and 4Extra's manager Lupe for sharing information about the possibility of him being blind to the public, something that Adam thought he was being told to communicate to the fans.
I don't know, all right, I just want to issue this clarification before we even get further into this discussion, is that basically, I put out a statement basically where I said that I had heard that he lost his vision, but that most of it came back. And from what I heard, people are basically, like people in 4Extra's family or like her camp or whatever, they're mad at Lupe because they feel like Lupe was the one who told us that he even like lost his vision in the first place. In reality, Lupe was basically like avoiding telling me anything. She told me, yeah, like maybe his vision was bad at first, but like he got it back or whatever, which I actually don't really believe. I have various reasons, but I feel like his vision is still very f***ed up. If anything, I think Lupe lied to me and told me that his vision had gotten significantly better.
Well, but telling you to say that.
But I talked to her earlier, and she sounded very upset because I guess that she got like a bunch of backlash from people that are close to him, family, etc., because they're kind of just like assuming that she's the one who said something to me about his vision in the first place. A lot of the information that we've been getting, because we haven't been like really in direct communication with people that are like super close to him, but a lot of the communication that we're getting is kind of like from third party. Like one person says it to someone else, and then that person mentions it, and then I hear about it, etc. So, I mean, I just want to say, anybody who's acting like Lupe is the problem, or that Lupe was trying to expose private information about 4Extra or whatever, that narrative is cat. So I just want to throw that out there first.
It would turn out that 4Extra would take this incredibly personally, and he didn't like that Adam had given an enemy of his a platform to talk about his injury disrespectfully, with Adam later revealing that 10 days after the accident that he'd finally got a call from 4Extra, but it didn't seem on friendly terms, with 4Extra apparently admonishing Adam for allowing Munchie to speak ill upon him on the No Jumper platform and suspiciously inviting Adam to discuss the matter in person at the studio, a scenario that Adam quickly deduced was likely a trap that could have resulted in physical harm.
I did speak to 4Extra on the phone on Friday. Now, I will reveal to people, he was not 100% happy. He felt like it was weak for me to be on a podcast with people that he perceives as ops and to ask them what they thought about the situation with his blowing up of his hand. And I get that, because realistically, you know, this is an op-friendly podcast. There's a lot of people on here who certain people get along with, don't get along with. Sarah, I think he even felt the way about King Hill being on the podcast. We can get into that Zest arc in a moment and everything, but he did feel a way about that, and it was a little bit of a threatening or like an angry vibe to it. Like, pull up on me in the studio. I want to talk to you. Just me and you. I want to talk to you. And I'm like, ooh, what are you doing for us? So why you acting like that? Why you acting like you're a little mad at me? What is that? And he's like, no, just pull up to the studio. I want to talk to you. And I kept pushing, and that's when he revealed that at least the thing that he wanted to mention that he was annoyed by was me talking to people that he doesn't get along with about his hand or whatever. My response to that really is like, bro, we talk about current events. You blowing up your hand was the biggest thing of that week. I'm on a podcast with people that you don't technically get along with. We talk about it. I'm sorry, man. That's just how this goes. Anyway, the next day, and I haven't spoken to him since then. I actually gave him a call this morning. He didn't pick up. I don't know how late he's sleeping in at this point. But the next day, I got contacted by 2 different people in this content space who told me that they had conversations with him about his request to be paid handsomely for an interview. They both informed me that they spoke to him, that they turned him down, and then they told me how the conversation went. I didn't reach out for this information, they just reached out to me. So 4Extra is out there digging for gold, trying to find someone who wants to invest in his comeback tale. As far as if his return interview will be on No Jumper, don't know. I'm waiting to speak to him. So I will have to leave you guys in wait for that information.
Aside from this apparently aggressive conversation and attempted jumping, Adam would also share that 4Extra was not intending to host his comeback interview on No Jumper, and instead was shopping his return interview for a reported price of $50,000, initially contacting DJ Vlad, who apparently declined the big ticket offer.
He reached out to 2 people in this space that we know.
He definitely reached out to Vlad, and Vlad was not feeling it. Vlad said that when he requested that he didn't even make him a counter offer because he just felt like it was so outlandish that it was just not even close.
He's standing on that 50 band.
I mean, he's shooting for the 50 band. I don't know where he's going to land, but for sure then, I mean, I assume he does one high-priced interview maybe at some point, and then he comes and speaks to me afterwards and tells me, oh, let's get back to a regular content schedule. But the thing about it is that it's like, you know, if he's playing hardball, I'm playing hardball. So when it comes time to renegotiate, who knows where we land. So, you know, the people out there, you can all wait. We'll find out more information in the near future, but that's where I'm at as far as the 4 extra return.
Unfortunately, it seems that Adam took this as a betrayal. He made his feelings known that he wouldn't be willing to increase the price that he was paying for extra, considering what he was already paying him before this to be an already generous price.
I personally found that annoying. But also, listen, if Forrester wants to go get his money somewhere, by all means. Will that affect negotiations as far as how his future on No Jumper looks? Probably, yeah.
As it stands, it seems that both Adam and 4Extra are being stubborn on their positions, and it's hard to see how they're going to repair this situation. As a fan of both of them, it's heartbreaking to see such a misunderstanding coming off the back of a tragic incident, and I truly hope that both of them can patch things up and return to doing what they both do best together, making more of the kind of engaging content that made fans fall in love with 4Extra as an infectious personality to begin with. Like I said in the beginning, for those who truly knew 4Extra's story, the irony of this accident was almost too profound to comprehend. This was a man who survived attempted murder charges at 12 years old, who stared down rival gang members from LA's deadliest sets, who had walked out of a maximum security prison after nearly a decade behind bars and lived to tell the tale. Yet in the end, it wasn't a rival gang member's bullet that incapacitated him. It wasn't a prison yard stabbing or a RICO case or any of the countless other dangers that had defined his life. Notorious for his fighting hands, it was an unthinkable freak accident that threw his entire persona up into the air. We've covered countless stories from the streets where the lesson at the end is how senseless the tit-for-tat gang wars can become. But this story took a turn that was so unexpected, many people still don't know how to process this.
Giant ginger tree hippies don't always choose peace, but in 2014, one shocked scientist when she not only orchestrated the life canceling of another, she essentially hired a hitman to do it. The hairy honey trap was executed by a young female named Condor, and the victim was a mother 20 years older named Sidoni. Living in the swamp forests of Indonesia's Mawas Reserve, the two had beef going back all the way to 2009, with Condor curiously approaching Sidoni's at the time 7-year-old daughter, and Sidoni defensively smacking and biting Condor before chasing her off. The perceived insolence stuck with Condor, and the disrespect was tattooed into her psyche. She was not letting that slide. Years later, Condor would catch the eye of a male named Echo, and the two would eventually run into Sidoni. They both approached, and Echo seemed to inspect Sidoni, who was now jockeyed by her 4-year-old son. Echo seemed curious in the mother, before losing interest and proceeding to mate with Condor. Right in front of Sidoni. Call it passion or power play, but either way, when Sidoni tried exiting the situation, Condor escalated, ending the lovemaking and savagely beating Sidoni. But what blew researchers away was Echo going from bystander to participant. For 33 minutes, the two took turns beating on Sidoni, sometimes together, sometimes just Condor, with Echo blocking off any escape routes. It was an honest to ape jumping, and his much larger canines meant Echo inflicted the bulk of the damage. The pair didn't stop until a fourth orang, a male named Guapo, chased Echo off and ran defense for Sidoni. Before mating with her, the Orange Knight would be too late, as a little over 2 weeks later, Sidoni became past tense due to her injuries, and scientists were left wondering what they had just witnessed. In over 26,000 hours of observation, only 6 female and female attacks were recorded, and none caused serious injuries. Yet here was a spiteful orang leveraging her carnal currency, specifically to erase one of her rivals, and Echo acting as a hired gun, premeditated and personal. It was a shocking thought looking to the intelligence of the Forest Man. One that begs the question, just how smart are they, and just what could they be capable of? To say orangutans are intelligent is honestly disrespectful, because this tree-happy ginger ape is damn near human. That is an animal that can 100% speak. They just really don't want to deal with taxes, and that's only partially a joke. Their name, orang-utang, literally translates to man of the forest, because locals swore they were plus-sized people that chose not to speak because they know then they'd have to get jobs. In 2014, a court in Argentina actually granted human rights to Sandra the orangutan after 20 years of captivity. There's a cute saying that goes, if you give a chimp a screwdriver, it'll use it as a weapon. A gorilla would accidentally break it. A bonobo would become the screwdriver, but an orangutan, he'd hide it, use it to dismantle his cage, and then let all his friends out. There's a bunch of reasons for this brainy Bigfoot, and one of them is them being the biggest mama's boys on Earth. No other mammal spends more time with its mother, except humans. In the up to and often over 10 years of being her shadow, baby orangs learned everything about how to orangutan. Not only that, but daughters often live around their moms even after having their own baby. This means orangutans are one of the few animals that have a legitimate culture, and what we see is a sum of generational wisdom passed down. In 2022, a notorious Sumatran male named Raucus was seen using a medicinal plant to help heal a face wound he'd gotten in a fight. The 30-something-year-old applied the chewed-up paste of the akar kuning, an anti-inflammatory, antibacterial flowering plant traditionally used to treat malaria and diabetes. Raucus applied the paste for 7 minutes until it covered his wound, and 5 days later, it was completely healed. It's not the first time we've seen animals self-medicate. Parrots will eat clay to detox from all the leaves, and elephants will apparently eat certain plants to induce labor. But what made Rocket so radical is the simple fact that they rarely eat that plant to begin with. There's more evidence of orang self-medicating with the same plants used by locals, and it's likely this knowledge was taught, not by humans. Mothers will even teach their young to have the same preferences for food, so that when they get older, they can forage in the same area without directly competing with all the other mothers.
not gonna...
Oh my god, I have had the worst day. Where do I begin? I mean, traffic on the way to work is enough to make me just... What's up? Ah!
Who cares about MBAs anymore? I concur.
Miss Lechilot was so grateful, they actually made a cake with my name and gave it to the elephants. And seeing my favorite animals eating out of my namesake cake would have been impossible without you guys, so thank you all. Hopefully one day I can do the same for Camp Leaky, but until then, drink water, hug your mother. If an orangutan hits you, apologize, because you deserve it. And I'ma see y'all in the next one.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين.
You're a civilian, bro. Why are you shooting that game in?
I'm from the street. I'm a little slime. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, man. So sorry, dude.
Alright, hey bro, you new too, right? You new? Alright, look, listen. So I'm J-Rock. How we do things around here just ain't no 100K to die. This is serious RP.
Do you guys have Twitter?
We do got Twitter. I'm always on Twitter.
I need to take a profile picture. Can I take a profile picture with you?
You want to take a picture? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Alright, bet.
But, hey, listen.
There you go, bro.
Bro, chill,
Yeah,
bro.
post them on
chill,
Twitter.
man.
Post them on Twitter. Post them on Twitter.
Bro, chill with that. No, you're not getting
Why?
no picture, bro.
Why? I was trying to take a picture with
Bro,
you.
you being weird as shit, bro.
Bro, I do not.
Nah, gang. What do you mean? I was just saying, man. Like we can just take a picture and.
Hell no. Hey, tell your man to go across the street. You're gonna have to get slapped for that, gang.
I was just trying to take a profile picture. If you don't want it, we're good.
It's some weird shit.
We're not doing all that. We're not doing all that. I don't play like that, nigga.
Yeah. I just wanted to take a profile picture with you.
No, nigga. It would have been wrong if I fucking smoked you right here, right?
It was only for Twitter, though. Yeah.
I would slap the shit out of you. Stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with
No,
me.
it was just for Twitter,
No,
though.
you're starting off in a bad start, bro. Just stop playing.
I'm sorry, man.
Don't play with me like that, nigga. Fuck wrong with you? At the minute I start playing around with you like that, you think that shit's fine. No, it's not fine, nigga. I don't open doors like that.
It's only a profile picture.
Fuck up before you disappear, bro.
Hey.
He make me want to beat his ass.
Oh, gang, We'll stuff his ass for you, gang, because he pissing me off. Alright, shit. Do what y'all do with that nigga.
They ain't get your number?
No, you're not getting my number, bro.
No.
Maybe it's 18, but you can switch to A1.
Everyone else, yeah.
This nigga here in the red sweater about to get smoked.
Why, bro?
You about to get smoked,
Good?
bro. And you messing with the and you messing with the wrong one. That's crazy.
What did I do?
You about to find out when I take your ass across that street.
I didn't even do anything. What?
You didn't do nothing?
Bro, I tried to take a profile picture with you. You said yes, you consented.
Yeah, we don't rock like that, bro. But you gonna have a long night in this city acting like that. Alright, y'all got my number and everything, right? Y'all, what the fuck? Who the fuck is? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, EJ, I wanna smoke this nigga, bro.
I'm trying to rob that nigga,
Okay, I'm trying to take a nigga across the street. Come to the gas station. I'm gonna get each one of y'all $10,000. Come on. Just told him I'm gonna get him $10,000 so he can get the fuck out the green zone, bro. And I'm not gonna give him that shit.
Folks, I'm gonna beat his ass. He keeps saying that shit to me.
That green zone, bro.
They're trying to get me out of the green zone.
Let me get my car.
Yo, gang.
What's up, man?
Yeah, what up? You think I can take a picture with you?
Come on, man. If I
I don't really like taking pictures.
Out here. Come on. Get some money.
I don't need money, man. What do I use money for? I don't need nothing.
So why the fuck you here then?
Thank you, though. I'm just chilling, trying to make some new friends.
Hey, you ain't making no money. You definitely ain't getting no goddamn
I got your number, though. Can I call you and shit?
This nigga dead, bro. I wanna smoke. Yeah, I wanna smoke this nigga, bro. No, he keep. Who is this? Oh, he's keep blowing up my phone. Who is it, bro? Yeah, I ain't leaving him until I smoke him, bro.
Y'all got his ass.
Yeah, I'm not leaving this fight until I continue that game. And they keep texting my phone too, talking about baby girl,
hell no.
baby girl and all that shit. I'm over here trying to speak some real shit and lecture these guys that just coming in, not make sure they don't break no fucking rule. He keep texting my fucking phone, bro. Baby girl, where you at? Yeah. Hey, I gotta go pick up my homegirl. She's damn. No, this is a troll that already came in. Bro, this dude keep blowing me up, bro. This is crazy. What picture this nigga post, bro? Yo, this dude, bro, I'm about to get
This
this
was in a donut shop or what?
This dude about to get it, bro.
Oh, what the fuck? Hello?
I'm gonna slap the fucking shit out of you, bro. Stop fucking calling my phone.
Oh, shit. How come you're not picking up, man?
I don't want to pick up your phone, nigga. Stop. I don't fuck
Chill,
with you.
bro.
Stop.
Why are you so mad? I didn't mean to make you mad, man.
Oh, dip out, bro.
No, I was trying to figure out how I can heal myself because I fell and stuff.
Can't heal yourself, bro.
Why are you guys so rude? What?
Rude? Because the shit
You
that
started
you
that
just
weird
did.
shit, bro.
What did I do? I was just saying, like, we could take a profile picture together.
I don't want none. Stop harassing me, nigga.
Oh my god, you came to me, bro. I'm trying to get healed right now.
I didn't, bro. Listen, you came to me.
You must want to board, bro. Bro, get away from me with that weird shit.
What am I doing? Okay, whatever, bro. I don't want to bother you. She okay?
Okay, so she flew in like, yo, shut the fuck up and leave, bro.
You're so mean. You guys are so rude. What the fuck?
Fuck you.
I didn't even do anything to you guys.
Yeah, you did, bro. You trying to take a picture of me on some other level shit, bro.
I take a lot of pictures.
For weird shit.
Bro, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing,
I'm
bro?
taking pictures of the dead bodies. I take pictures of dead bodies. I
Bro,
told you.
you're being weird, bro.
I take a lot of pictures. I put them on Twitter.
You might be on a t-shirt if you don't get the fuck out of here.
Well, I have the picture here. Do you want me to send them to my boy?
Bro, we got a big ass fucking troll out here at Hill, bro. A big ass fucking troll, bro. He's taking picture of the female that's laying in Hill. Look, bro, he just send it to me, bro.
I sent them to gang.
You will get a boy. Get away from me.
Whoa, Abora. Whoa.
Get away from me, bro.
Abora. Whoa.
I got somebody coming for him right now. I got somebody. I got somebody coming for you.
Aww.
Oh, what are you
Put her
doing,
down,
bro?
Bro, Katie, he just took this girl out of the green zone, out of Peel, bro. Dragging her out of here, bro. This bitch trying to get in my car, bro. Bro, ain't he trying to get in my car? Bro, this dude is weird, bro.
Bro, you guys are being fucking mean. I'm trying to get her help. You guys are being dickheads from the moment I fucking started
Shut
talking.
the fuck up, bro.
I have done nothing to you. You don't have to even talk to me.
Bro, you just did some weird ass shit. What are you talking about, bro?
What did I do? That was weird, dude.
Bro, this dude just RD. Alright, bro. Bro, this dude just RDM me, bro. This nigga just fucking RDM me, man. And I know, Bounty, you just seen that shit, right?
He's screaming. Why is he screaming?
Go back to this nigga and tell him shit, because he always say, oh, yeah, yo, he's doing this, you're doing that, yeah. Niggas fucking RDM and trying to steal cars that kill and shit. Niggas literally just RDM me, bro.
Who was it?
Bro, the dude with the...
weird ass
Bro,
nigga.
it's a lot of weird... Bro, it's the dude with the red jacket.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
He blew up my... Look, bro, look. He just keep blowing up my phone, taking pictures of my homegirl laying in that bitch dead, sending it to me. And look what he's saying, bro. I hate you much, but I love you though. Oh no, bro, this dude gotta go, bro. This dude is wilding, bro. Fucking dude just literally RDM me like crazy, bro.
Nothing wrong with that shit.
That nigga need to go, bro.
Hey, KD, that nigga at the hospital, bro. That nigga Lil Slime I was telling you about. Nigga just took a picture at the hospital.
It was Gucci. Oh, what the fuck? You're in the city?
Get the fuck out my face. Get the fuck out my face.
Why is he so mad?
What you mean, why am I so mad?
I love it, dude. Period blood all over his pants. That dude.
Watch him out, bro.
I'm just saying, dude. He's on his period or something. He's just mad.
The fuck are you next to my car, bro? Get the fuck away from me, nigga.
Testing the door.
Anything that has to do with me, nigga, stay away from my shit. You do just stay in the fucking
Calm down, bro.
Shut
Calm
the
down.
fuck up, bro. Alright, y'all gonna see the real turned up J-Rock today, boy.
Calm down, little boy.
Get your pussy ass on the ground out there, bro.
Needs to calm down.
I'm gonna see you as soon as you get outside the zone, bro.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Oh, ass nigga, stop standing in here, too.
Yeah, I got you. Yo, gang.
Okay, I want you to kill this one nigga, bro. Like, he won't not leave the green zone, but I'm waiting for him to leave, bro. He will not leave the fucking hospital, bro, for shit. Who is it? Some new fucking weird-ass dude, bro. Like, this dude is so fucking weird, bro. He been trying to get in my car for the longest. Today, bro, I'm over some demon shit, bro. They shot at Vicky-ass niggas coming in my, like, you're on some weird shit, bro.
Oh, yeah, niggas ever die. I catch him, you already know.
You probably up there. Baby. The him right there. I don't know him. I really don't know this dude. He shot at something. This dude right here?
Yo, why you shooting on first interaction, bro?
I ain't doing nothing.
Bro, I literally saw you, bro, in the car, bro. You can kick.
Alright. Bye-bye, pussy. Fucking bitch. Alright. Get the pussy ass out of here. You been banned forever. Little bitch. Tired of you, bro. I'm so fucking tired of you, bro.
Bro, I didn't even do anything.
Bro, I literally have the clip, bro.
Yeah, you guys threatened me, so I shot you and followed you?
No, we did not threaten you, bro. Well, at least I didn't.
You're rolling with them.
At least I didn't. First of all, in the rules, it say you gotta have 3 interactions.
I have the whole clip.
Bro, you shot on the first interaction.
You guys came and they started being really toxic, and then
What are you doing?
I just shot
Bro,
you.
you're a civilian, bro. Why you shooting that game members, bro?
Yeah, because you guys are talking mad shit. I'm from the street. I'm a little slime. Can't even lie. You guys came at me like super rude for no reason. Said, let me catch you out the green zone, kill your ass. Caught you out the green zone, so I shot at you.
Oh, you got 5 minutes in jail, according to the admins. Bro.
Crazy you got your boyfriend to do your work for you, huh? Huh, little boy?
I'll slap in your mouth, boy. And he about to do it again. You about to be gone once again, boy. You about to be gone once again. I'll tell you to be gone again.
Why? What did I do?
You know, it's a law. You can't be in this motherfucker more than 5 minutes, right? I want you to stay here 5 more minutes so y'all can get banned.
You've been here since I left, and I was in jail for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up? You breaking laws? You breaking laws?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pussy, watch this
Little
shit.
boy, you so tough, bruh. You so tough, bruh.
Leave me at Grove Street. Why you keep talking?
Shut up, bruh.
That's what I thought,
Don't even talk to me.
Pussy, I will murk you, boy.
Yo, little bro, nut in your mouth. Shut up.
To the point I'm about to, it's to the point I'm about to carry this nigga out of the green zone. Watch this shit.
Do it.
Watch this shit. And
I wanna
ask me
see
if I
it.
give a fuck.
I want to see it.
Pussy, what?
Try
Stay
it.
for 5 Stay here
Try
for 5
it.
minutes.
Do it. I'm
See how
calling
long.
cap. I'm calling your cap.
So you better pick your minutes real wisely, buddy. You better think where you about to go next. Cause I'm on your ass, boy. This dude's so weird, bro.
Is it cool if I pick your car or no?
I'm gonna punch you in your mouth. How about that? Pick my car and carry out of the green zone. And I got right.
Oh, what?
Look at this nigga, bro. Look at this nigga, bro. I got him on clip. Yeah, you about to be out of here, bro.
Nah, you're good, bro.
Bro, get out my car,
Thank
bro.
you for your car, though. Appreciate you.
Bro, get.
Appreciate you, homie. What happened? You can't lock it? I just unlocked it for you. What happened?
Oh, this nigga literally. No, this nigga literally picked my car and took my keys, bro. Like, what's. Why is this dude still in here, man?
What happened, little boy?
Bro.
My bad, homie. Desync. There's a bunch of desync over here. A bunch of it. There's so much desync going on. There's so much desync. There's so much of it. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, man. So sorry, dude. Dude, there's so much desync. Fuck, man, I'm sorry. Let me rob you real quick. Hold on, let me take all your shit.
This dude literally robbing, bro.
Thank you, buddy. Just stealing your stuff. Ooh, an SNS pistol. I'll take 2. Fuck it. Oh, that's crazy. You hella silent. Yo, little bro, I stole your inventory. Thank you for it. I appreciate you. I'm just gonna drop you back off, okay? Is that cool?
Hey, CJ, I'm done, bro. I'm done. I'm done with this city, bro. This nigga RGing me at the fucking hospital in front of Big Al. Have no kids. It was recorded, but I didn't fucking fit. He just robbed me for all my shit. He RGing me the fuck out of me at FPO, bro. This nigga took my keys, bro. Broke in my car, took my keys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't sit here and that's him right there. Drag this nigga out of here right now. Drag this nigga right now. Drag this fucking nigga right now. I don't give a fuck.
Yo,
Drag this
G.
nigga out of here right now.
Yo. What up? How's it going, G?
Drag this nigga right now. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. Drag this nigga out of here right now.
How you drag?
Pick his ass up or something. Like,
You ain't joking me, dude.
tackle that nigga.
Idiots.
Keep tackling that nigga. Keep tackling that nigga.
Tackling each other is crazy.
All he gonna do is sit in the fucking green zone, bro. Bro, give me my shit right now. Give me my shit.
What did he take?
He took my phone, my pistol, my fucking, bro, everything, bro, everything. He just disappeared. I don't know how the fuck he got back in here, bro. I don't know how the fuck this nigga got back in here, bro. Who is this?
Yo, G.
Who this?
How do I put my camera?
You gotta fiddle with it. Hey, KD, this nigga just called me on FaceTime, bro. And he sent me a picture of himself. Man, go in my fucking eyes, bro.
He's back here.
Bro, look. He just called me on FaceTime, look. And he's calling me right now. Look, he's calling me right. Watch. Yo, this dude is fucking. What the fuck do you want?
Yo, G.
What the fuck you want?
Yo, G, what up? Oh, I got it. Oh, yeah, what up, G?
Yeah, he's bro. Yo, this dude is literally fucking trolling, bro.
But how's he getting back in there, bro?
I don't know. He's at the beach, bro. He's taking pictures, bro.
That's the police, dog.
Don't wanna hop out the green zone, nigga.
Raised the bitch in game and IRL.
Who is this dude? Oh my god. Lick my balls, bitch.
You're just a green zone gangs.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. You can't shoot, you can't
rat,
do
nigga.
shit. You go pussy,
Here,
nigga.
hop in.
Yo, little boy, what's up?
Somebody clip this. Look at this shit.
Yo.
What the fuck is this, bro? What is going on? What the Oh, I'm out this shit.
Hold on, bro. That guy's gotta go, bro.
Bro, he called me on FaceTime, Rico. Right on KD? At the hotel. This nigga called me on FaceTime, bro, after they damn. KD, they gotta put this shit whitelisted today, bro. They got to, bro.
Nah, he got a regular.
I just know his voice.
Man, this is doing it. Look.
Bro, you're not.
Yo, gang.
Yo, this nigga's so weird.
Yo.
Do y'all not know?
Yo, where you at?
Bro, this nigga keep calling me on FaceTime. This nigga just called me then.
You guys see that picture of him?
Nah, it's not.
Damn, J-Rock, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck, J-Rock?
What the fuck, what?
Let's just go to my fucking gallery.
What?
Let's go to it again.
I know
see
this.
when you log in, gang. I knew you swung that way.
He got me.
Oh, snap.
I knew you swung that way, low key. That's
What
funny
the
ass.
fuck? What was? Bro, that's so. Bro, I ain't never went to the beach with this nigga, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
When did I even go to the beach with this nigga? And you know what's so crazy? My motherfucking this nigga here tripping, bro. My eyes been on all morning. I ain't never been to the beach with this nigga, so for a nigga to
He might have low key photoshopped.
Low key, nigga? What you mean low key? He did.
Nah, he didn't.
No,
I'm letting him twerk on you, bro. That's crazy.
Bro,
boy.
you got me fucked up, bro.
Every once in a while, there comes an athlete out of nowhere who begins to dominate. Dallas McCarver was that kind of athlete.
Dallas McCarver.
Dallas McCarver.
Dallas McCarver.
Dallas McCarver. I'm Dallas McCarver, 22 years old, youngest IFBB pro in the world.
He's 6'1", 300-pound mass monster who had it all: the drive, the charisma, the freakish genetics. He was the sport's most golden boy, destined to sit on the Olympia throne for years to come.
Making his Olympia debut, Dallas McCarver.
24 years old. He's still a baby.
The kid had all the potential in the world.
For some reason in my mind, that's still not good enough.
Dex is the same age as my daddy. Kevin told me my daddy.
What's your big plans looking into the future?
Just take it as far as I can take it.
But behind the confident smile was a young man quietly fighting his own demons, pushing his body to limits most people can't even imagine.
He was very insecure kid.
You're not going to tell me nothing I don't know. You're not going to tell me nothing I don't see.
I wanted it, man. I wanted that so bad. You could tell that he was not well.
I just don't want to believe that Dallas was a junkie like that.
I'm looking at my life. For real.
This is the story of Dallas McCarver, and the story begins at the end. On August 22nd, just 3 weeks out from the 2017 Mr. Olympia, the Australian bodybuilder Josh Ninatovich, who was staying with Dallas to help him through his final weeks of prep, returned to their apartment. What he found was a terrible shock.
Fitness phenom Dallas McCarver shocked the bodybuilding community today, according to TMZ Sports.
A very sad week in the bodybuilding world.
So good. I miss him so much. I don't talk about him much because it just really hurts me.
I've never wanted to do well at something so badly in my life.
Dallas Lee McCarver was born on April 9, 1991, in Memphis, Tennessee, to Joe Lynn McCarver and Penny Moore Ancliffe. He grew up with his little sister and best friend Katie in the rolling hills of Henderson County, where life was simple and values were deeply rooted in hard work and family.
I was born in a small, unincorporated town known as Blue Goose, Tennessee.
Life on the farm was not easy. Dallas spent his days feeding animals, fixing fences, and carrying heavy things. All that work made him strong at a young age.
Seems like there was always something to be done. Working with the cattle, feeding them, vaccinations, putting ear tags in, and whatever needed to be done. There's a lot of work to be done on the farm.
Football became Dallas's first passion. Like many American boys, from junior to high school, he played hard and showed his coaches and friends he was different. He trained longer, pushed harder, and worked like no one else.
I started training for football around 13, 14.
I was always a big kid.
I come from a big family, man. I've got cousins in Mississippi, and they're 6'2", 6'4", 3 bills to 400. Wow. And that's just the women. Yeah.
I was goofy, uncoordinated. My running style was hideous. They used to make fun of me.
Whenever I coached him in football, he always, every single play, he never took a play off, do what was asked of him. He worked harder than anybody else.
At first, Dallas started lifting weights just to get better at football. He was notably larger than his peers and earning the nickname Big Country. But even then, Dallas was not confident as he looked. Underneath that big body was an insecure kid trying to prove something to everyone else, and maybe even more to himself.
The diet, the train, pushing your body every day. You hurt, it's uncomfortable, it's misery. I love it.
As a teenager, Dallas was unstoppable. He lived for football. He would train in the field for hours and then go back to the gym and work even harder, again and again. Coaches called him Prodigy, a future NFL star in the making. They believed in him so much that he had a scholarship waiting.
He was a freak athlete. He had scholarships for football, and he could have been like a D1. He probably could have been in the NFL. He was obsessed with bodybuilding. He would bodybuild and play football.
Everybody in the NFL, it's a physically demanding sport. Odds are, if you're a Hall of Fame football player, unless you were a kicker, you sacrificed the hell out of your body.
But even though he loved football, there was something about bodybuilding that lit a different fire in him. No drop passes, no blown coverage, just him and the iron. Just him and the mirror. It felt like a place where he could finally be in charge. And for a boy who always felt like he had something to prove, that kind of power was impossible to ignore. So, he made the choice of turning down the football scholarship and decided to put all his energy into bodybuilding.
But even then, not struggling, but still having to work for a living, bouncing in the bars, working odd jobs. Had a lot of personal things going on in my life, kind of turned me away from football.
Dallas actually came up to my room one night and said, I think I'm done with football. I think I'm going to try this bodybuilding thing. About that time, he had a front double bicep. Man, when he hit that, I knew he had it in.
At that time, Dallas was already a big guy. Where other bodybuilders spent years trying to reach 300 pounds, Dallas was already there naturally when he was still a teenager.
I was like 315 pounds and just finished playing ball.
He was jacked out of his mind in high school, naturally. But obviously he was soft and like...
I wasn't fat. I was just a football player, you know what I'm saying?
Genetics was already there. All he needed was to shape it, build on the weak spots, and drop the fat. So, it was during this time that the young Dallas started using steroids, a choice to chase his dream, but it would haunt him for the rest of his life.
I started bodybuilding in January of 2011.
I can't really explain it, but I just had this urge and desire to do a bodybuilding show.
I didn't know if I ever was going to be a pro or it was more just something to do to keep me out of trouble.
Let's make some noise for Dallas McCarver.
In 2011, at just 19 years old, Dallas stepped on stage for the very first time and won the NPC Hub City Fitness Quest. He weighed in a lean 241 pounds.
I did the show 240, you know, so from January to May I cut like 60 pounds.
Holy crap, dude, that is crazy.
There is a such thing as dreams that come true.
Just some weeks later, he won another show, the NPC Battle of the River Championships. Dallas was ready to show the world what he had built, and people started to take notice.
And then 2 weeks later, there was another show, and it was a national qualifier. I didn't even know what the national shows consisted of. I was just like, well, national qualified sounds cool, so let's go for it.
It didn't take long for Dallas to earn his pro card at the 2012 NPC North Americans.
love her and I miss her, that I'll be with her as soon as I can get to her and like I can.
I had a good reason for you asking. Little girl's missing. And you just wanted us to lie to us. Right.
I mean, if they're watching, I just want them to bring her back. I just want her back. Yeah, that's my child.
The child was found in a shed on her grandfather's property, confirmed the remains to be those of Evelyn Boswell.
On November 21st, back in 2018, there was a beautiful little girl born in a hospital in Bristol, Tennessee, and her name was Evelyn Mae Boswell. She was born to her mother, Megan Boswell, who at the time of giving birth was just 17 years of age. Now, Megan, who often went by Maggie to those closest to her, had an incredibly volatile upbringing herself that was constantly full of chaos. She had 3 other siblings, and her parents were constantly at each other's throats. Her mother, Angela Boswell, was in and out of jail like clockwork, allegedly doing drugs in front of her children, and always having them around different criminals. Just some examples of the chaos: Tommy Boswell Sr., the father of Megan and the 3 other children, reported to deputies one night that Angela attacked him, stabbing him in the neck with an ink pen, which led to their 14-year-old son attempting to intervene to help his father, which resulted in a struggle between Angela and their son, Tommy Jr., until eventually the authorities arrived and put an end to the violence. It's important to mention that Angela Boswell was only 16 years old when she gave birth to her and Tommy's first child, and by no means am I saying she was the only crazy one who found herself in trouble. Tommy Boswell Sr. also had a criminal history, and shortly after the birth of their first child, he was hit with an assault charge, and then later on that same year, he would be convicted of misdemeanor assault. However, the details in that case don't seem to be public. Tommy and Angela were constantly breaking up with each other and then getting back together. Every other year, it seems, they were separated and moving on, but eventually they found a way back to their toxic relationship, leading to even more tension and altercations, sometimes involving other people. On another wild occasion, Tommy Boswell Sr. became enraged when he found out Angela was in a house with another man, his man's name being Brandon Yates. On a cold February morning in 2012, Tommy Boswell Sr., Jr., and another unidentified man would pull up to the house they were in to confront them. Brandon would open the door after hearing the trio outside of the house, and he was immediately threatened by Tommy Jr. with some form of wooden club, as they were demanding he come outside to deal with the conflict. Brandon would in fact walk outside, and according to his statement, it was approximately halfway down the driveway when he looked over and saw a gray Chevy truck flooring it directly at him, and on the side of that vehicle it said Tommy's Paving, assuming that was their business. Brandon was immediately in fear for his life, so he began sprinting out of the way towards the nearby fence to potentially get over it and save himself, though he was unable to escape the truck and was eventually struck by the vehicle, getting flipped over the hood and landing hard on the pavement. After he was hit by this truck, Tommy Sr., Tommy Jr., and this other unidentified man would gather around him and start punching him and kicking him as he's laying there defenseless on the ground. The punishment didn't stop until Brandon was actually able to get up and break free from the 3 of them, sprinting to a nearby neighbor's house to ask them for help. Authorities became aware of this incident, and detectives would call Tommy Boswell Sr., who would tell detectives, yeah, the 3 of us worked him over, confessing to the crime, and then Tommy Sr. and Tommy Jr., who was 19 years old at the time, would be arrested and booked for the assault. Now get this, a little over a year after this occurred, Tommy and Angela would be back together once again, and they were celebrating the birth of yet another child, as if they were a healthy family. Then within a year or so, the couple would be back in conflict, and they ended up getting officially divorced around 2014. 2 years later, in 2016, they reunited once more and introduced their 4th child, Charlotte, into the world, but their rekindled love didn't last long, and their relationship came to its final end sometime in 2018, while their daughter Megan was pregnant with Evelyn. It just goes to show you the vicious ups and downs of their relationship and the toxicity that Megan and the other children were subject to growing up. Now, let's get back to Evelyn. From the time Evelyn was born, she had these piercing blue eyes that stood out, blonde hair, and a huge smile to go along with her loving nature. Megan and Evelyn were living in a very small Tennessee town called Blountville, with just under 4,000 people that resided there. After she was born, Evelyn was being raised solely by her mother, as the man who was determined to be her biological father at the time, Ethan Perry, ended up joining the military before Evelyn was born, and he was stationed in Louisiana for the beginning of her life. There were a lot of people involved in the first year of Evelyn's life. Megan, Evelyn's grandparents from both sides, being the Boswells and Ethan's parents, friends of Megan's, along with multiple babysitters who would often watch over the loving little girl. By most accounts, and based on her early pictures, Evelyn was well taken care of and loved by her mother and those who knew her. She was a healthy baby, and for that first year of her life, there didn't seem to be any real concerns that Evelyn was being mistreated by her mother Megan. In September of 2019, Megan would take to social media to speak about her daughter and her love for the little girl who at the time was roughly 10 months old, saying, "I'm not the best mom in the world, but I try so hard for this little beauty. I can't even explain the love I feel for her, and I know she loves me too. You can say whatever you want about me being a young mom, but I promise you, my life is so much better with this angel. My life wasn't ruined when I had her. She gave me purpose and a reason to wake up every day and to better myself. There's no love like the love from your child." Going on to say that her life had been extra difficult as of late, but it was the unconditional love that Evelyn provides her that makes it a little bit more bearable and keeps her pushing through the tough times. Unfortunately, it was only a few months after these posts to Facebook near the end of 2019 that signs of neglectful parenting started to show, causing suspicions to rise in certain people who were around Evelyn during that time period. One of Megan's close friends by the name of Caitlin Carter would testify about meeting up with Megan and Evelyn late in 2019 and the concern she had following this visit. According to the records, Caitlin had been around Evelyn roughly 4 or 5 times since the time she was born, and in early December of that year, she met the young mother and daughter at a Chili's restaurant to grab some food and catch up. After arriving at the place and getting to the booth that they were seated in, Caitlin quickly noticed that Evelyn's state of hygiene was significantly poorer than the previous time she had seen her. The young girl was noticeably dirty, and it seemed as if she wasn't being bathed as often, and Caitlin could smell Evelyn from across the table. When she was later asked about this, Caitlin would clarify that Evelyn did smell worse than your typical baby did.
Do you recall going to Chili's with Megan Boswell at one point?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember when that was?
The end of my college semester.
Okay. And do you know when that would have been?
Around the 1st of December.
Okay. Who was there when you went to Chili's that day?
Me, Megan, and Evelyn.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did you sit at a table or a booth?
Booth.
Okay. And did you sit beside anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so Megan and Evelyn.
Yes, ma'am.
You said you've been around other babies, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Based on your personal experience with other babies, did you consider Evelyn dirtier than what your experience was with other children?
Based on my personal opinion, yes, ma'am.
Okay, and can you tell us how? Can you describe it for us?
Her face and hands were dirty, and her clothes were dirty.
Okay.
Megan would eventually land a job at one of the local restaurants called Hunter T's Chicken Shack, and at the time she was hired, she wasn't dating anyone, which only lasted for about a week until she started dating a guy named Hunter Wood, who also worked at the shack. Well, he and his family owned the place, but around this time, people such as Caitlin started to notice that Megan didn't have Evelyn with her as much as she once did, which was concerning to people because up until that point, Megan always seemed to have her daughter with her. Megan and Hunter started going on dates to places where you would fully expect Evelyn to be with her, but she wasn't. Places like the aquarium near where they were that Evelyn would have loved and enjoyed her or anywhere. This was only the beginning of the brutal lies that Megan would tell to cover up her daughter's disappearance and keep everyone believing that Evelyn was alive and in good hands somewhere. But it wouldn't be long before her lies came crashing down around her, exposing her as the horrible mother she was and the heinous reason her daughter was nowhere to be found.
I'm sure you all released an article about the car and stuff like that, so they have a pretty good idea of who has her. I mean, if they're watching, I just want them to bring her back. I just want her back. Yeah, that's my child.
In February of the following year, now being 2020, Evelyn had still not been seen by her family members or loved ones, who continued to question Megan about her whereabouts. But they just kept getting the runaround from Megan, with her saying, "It'll take some time, but eventually she'll have Evelyn back soon." However, everyone had enough of the deceit that was coming out of Megan's mouth, and the last credible sighting of Evelyn was back on the 10th or 11th of December in 2019. So other than that, no one had physically seen her. So roughly halfway through the month of February, Tommy Boswell Sr. would give his daughter an ultimatum. Either you produce Evelyn within the next couple days and show me that she is alive and well, or I'm going to call the Department of Child Services and officially report my granddaughter missing. It's undeniable Megan spewed another story about where she was and when she would have Evelyn back, but Tommy had enough of the charade, and he obviously had an inkling that his daughter was lying to everyone about it. And then within the next couple days, Megan never showed him that Evelyn was okay. So on Tuesday, the 18th of February in 2020, Tommy would pick up the phone and call DCS to officially report Evelyn missing. After the authorities were contacted, investigators immediately started gathering information on the circumstances of Evelyn's disappearance, and they started their investigation. The following day, on the 19th, a missing child alert was sent out by the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, and then later on that evening, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation would also issue an Amber Alert for Evelyn Boswell. On the Amber Alert, she was reported as last being seen on December 26, 2019, wearing a pink tracksuit, pink shoes, and a pink bow on her head. The Amber Alert also stated that she had blonde hair, blue eyes, stood about 2 feet tall, and weighed approximately 28 pounds at the time she vanished. Meaning the authorities were now well aware that if Evelyn went missing and hadn't been seen since December, then Evelyn had truly been missing for around 2 months, and Megan failed to call and make that report herself. Megan would be interviewed by several different news stations about her daughter's disappearance, and they would ask her why she didn't report Evelyn missing earlier.
If you could tell her anything now, what would you say to her? I love her and I miss her, that I'll be with her as soon as I can get to her and what I can. Are you feeling worried or anything like this? Yeah. Well, the reason I didn't report it or anything is because I knew the person who had her, and I didn't want them to run away with her. As soon as they thought anything was going on, they just kind of vanished. So I'm just worried about, like where they're at, what they're doing with her at this point in time.
You do know who has her. Are you worried about her safety?
Well, now I am, because they won't answer phone calls. They just kind of disappear. I know it sounds weird, but like I miss how she smells and like her laugh and like everything. Sort of, but also in a way, I knew that as soon as anything went down, the person was going to just disappear, and they have. And they've tried to find them. They are going to find them. And I know they'll bring her back to me.
If you could do this all over again.
Yeah, I've probably called the first day.
Everyone who was involved with Megan started getting questioned by detectives as they tried to figure out what was going on. And eventually on February 20th, they would speak to Hunter Wood, who told investigators he had never even met Evelyn in the months that he and Megan had been dating, claiming not once had he ever been around the little girl or physically seen her. Then the next day, on the 21st, a be on the lookout would be issued by police for a stolen BMW that was suspected to be involved in the case, because again, Megan is telling them all sorts of stories about who had her daughter and where she was at the time. So the authorities believed that her mother, Angela Boswell, may have Evelyn and might have taken her out of state with her boyfriend at the time, because that was just another version of events they were fed. The vehicle would be located, and Megan's mother and her boyfriend, William McLeod, would be arrested and taken into custody in North Carolina for theft of the stolen BMW. But Evelyn was nowhere to be found. She wasn't with Angela and William. It wouldn't be long before Angela was extradited back to Tennessee. Meanwhile, Megan started getting grilled over and over again by investigators who were just trying to get some real answers. At one point, she is saying she gave Evelyn to Ethan because Ethan had never helped her with their daughter, and she wanted him to know how hard it was to raise a child with absolutely no help. Saying that Ethan never did anything for his daughter, and he wouldn't even call to check on her when Megan had her. Then on another account, she claims that, actually, my mother took her with her to Virginia, and the reason she didn't report her daughter missing is she was scared if the authorities were looking for them, that her mother might do something horrific to the little girl, and she just didn't want to take that risk. So instead, she just decided she didn't want to report it. That interrogation and madness we will take a look at in just a minute. Another odd instance in this case was an interview with Megan where she's claiming she showed up to the police station and she was there to undergo a polygraph test. She is basically telling this news reporter that she's there because she is willing to take a polygraph test. The authorities wouldn't conduct it with her though because she was pregnant with another child at the time, which apparently is against policy according to Megan's statement.
You said you can't take a polygraph?
No, I came here to take a polygraph, and due to policy, they cannot give me one.
Okay. Due to their policy? Okay. You can't tell me why? Based on their policy, or you just don't feel
Based on their
comfortable?
policy.
Okay. Do you feel like any headway is being made with the search for Evelyn?
I know they're trying their best.
You do kind of have an idea of where Evelyn is?
They're checking.
They
They're
are
checking
checking.
it out.
Can you tell me why she was with your mom?
Just she was supposed to babysit her. Didn't turn out that way.
And do you think, what do you think happened? Like, what went wrong? She just wasn't there, or what happened?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
And why did you come to take a polygraph?
To clear my name, but they won't give me one due to policy. I'm not going to get into all that, but I am pregnant. That's why they won't give me a polygraph. Due to policy, if you're pregnant, they cannot give you one. Well, I mean, it depends on if you talk to somebody who actually knows me. If you're talking to somebody on the internet who lives 500 miles away and is just trying to speculate in on it. So if you talk to anybody who actually knows me, they know. But I would never hurt Evelyn or do anything like that.
Do you think you did something wrong when you didn't report her sooner?
Maybe, but also I trust that she was with my mom.
During this interrogation, you get a clear picture of how Megan tries to get around questions, blatantly lies so fast that she forgets exactly what she's saying, and comes up with anything to talk about other than what happened to Evelyn and where she is. All the blame gets outsourced onto Ethan, her mother, or Ethan's parents, but it's easy to tell that detectives aren't buying her story whatsoever. They know she's full of shit. The young mother can't keep her story straight to save her life, and it's immediately obvious to detectives that she's lying when her timeline of events changes due to the slightest bit of pressure.
When mom said, you owe me money, I'm not going to give you back. break from Evelyn?
I never told mom to take her. I just wanted her to help me like watch her.
Yeah.
And not to have to stay at 100. Yes, I didn't want to break. I was like, I'm gonna be back in the morning for her to work general.
But what I'm saying is we've got about a month time span. If you're not seeing Evelyn.
I can't get hold of mom to change her mind.
Right.
I never would do that.
But you're not like freaking out, oh my god, I need to call the police.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, I just need a break from Evelyn. I'm tired of raising Evelyn.
Well, I thought we were okay.
So let's say this. We've got as late as the 12th or the 16th. Never talk to your mom from that point to when she called you in January?
I would try to contact her. I even called her parents and stuff after they knew what she was at. They told me no.
So
I didn't have like a current phone number for her.
let me just ask it directly. Did you ever speak to your mom in person during that time frame?
No.
Did you text her? Facebook message?
She didn't have Facebook. I tried to.
Well, I mean,
Whatever number she had, I couldn't get hold of her.
just here's what I'm asking. Did you all have a conversation with text messages during that time?
No.
So, Evelyn's not there. What do you do?
Well, Asia walked outside, took off, and I asked her, and she kept taking vacation from her day. She was like, here, now it's fine, don't worry about it.
What do you do after that?
I didn't meet her at all.
That was the question I was trying to get at last night. How did you go from being literally obsessed with Evelyn, and I'm not using obsessed in a negative context, I'm using it like you're the mother thinks child does, you snap pictures, to, okay, my mom's got my kid, and maybe somebody else has my kid, I'm not going to worry about it. How did that transition happen?
I didn't want mom to do anything to her.
Huh?
I didn't want mom to do anything to her.
I understand. Are you saying that you were afraid that if you came forward and told us that mom might do something to the
Well,
child?
that's why I didn't tell you yesterday. I watched an officer and he's like,
Exactly. No. Let's go back. Let's go back to December 12th, 14th, 16th. From November of 2018, you're obsessed with Evelyn. Love every breath she takes. This day comes along, you don't see Evelyn. Everything seems happy-go-lucky. You're with Hunter, you're working at the chicken shack, everything's cool. I'm not seeing my daughter. How does that work? How do you go from...
I didn't want to do anything to like take her anywhere and be like, no, you're not.
Okay. Alright. January 10th. Call that just for picture. Good short. Alright. Did you get a picture January 10th?
No.
Okay. When did you get a picture?
She showed me like a physical copy, like we're about to get the next day.
We're in person?
Yeah, in person.
So now we're January 11th.
Already.
How'd you get there? Guys, Maggie, to Jews. Is Evelyn there?
No.
Okay. Evelyn, not there. Alright, so you show up. Open the door. She's not there. What did you say?
She's asking him what she was, she said Johnson, and she said no, she's not there, but she just showed me a picture.
Angel said Evelyn is safe.
I mean, pictures of Evelyn like sitting before playing. And to be honest with you, like I said, like I didn't know if I had taken it, maybe she had printed off, but she'd actually taken it.
Yeah. So then Angel shows printed out picture. Printed out pic of how long did you stay?
I just told her that we should there for at least an hour longer.
Okay. January 11th. What happens when we're there? Okay.
We still went over there doing the same thing.
So y'all are going over every day?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna...
We're not something that like maybe we're doing now, like the whole like I'm in constant contact with them.
Okay, so you're going over there every single day? Yes. And same story. Are you ever getting any pictures of her?
Not as well.
Never any live pictures?
No.
Facebook, Instagram, chat, everything, FaceTime, video,
Have anything like that.
with your phone side to Evelyn's voice.
I mean, like I said, I didn't want to do anything except for like, like just run, not done anything.
So you were over there for an hour, roughly every time you went over there, and it's kind of the same conversation. So it'll take an hour out of 24 hours in a day. The other 23 hours, what are you doing during those days?
I was probably at work.
Working?
I'll be there over in a minute.
Get worried, hey, what's that one?
Well, yeah, like I said, that way yesterday was really annoying. But now she's already like kind of disappeared from me. Let it happen.
She's kind of let you hang out.
Yeah.
Bye.
But I'm going to.
Did Hunter,
Yeah, my name's
why did you feel Hunter?
just going on.
So was Hunter not around when you're asking, hey, where's Evelyn?
No, me and mom walking around.
Well, let me ask you, this makes it sound crazy. Because I know the answer. Did Hunter know that a child named Evelyn?
Yeah.
Okay. Did Hunter ever say, hey, Peter, it's your daughter?
No.
He didn't care? He didn't want to get babies around?
I mean, I'm not saying that he's mainly like got right into the subject.
Okay, what do you think of that?
And
Hunter wants to know?
I don't think so.
I'm just asking now. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's kind of what it sounds like. He knows you're his girlfriend, right? Y'all are really together. He's got a he's got a girlfriend. Did they ever say I love you? Because I'm just trying to figure out what your sex was. So I love this girl. She's got babies, but I don't care anything about it. Right? Okay. Did that happen to do with when you weren't worried about Ellen?
No.
I'm just making that January 12th about to would go over almost every day.
And then you know, that's all what you're doing. You don't have to not go like, oh, I checked out there from the beach and everything.
So hang on, let's get this. Stay for roughly 1 hour. Go outside. Go outside.
Remember about the problem with you and something.
Away from Hunter. And talk about Evelyn, right? Did Hunter ask about one? Hunter never asked about Evelyn. Every time you had a fun, like you know, say how fun work. I got a picture of Evelyn. What was about down there?
The thing that goes back there, put on Facebook, I love everyone like a little purple shirt, and she's wearing like a black long sleeve t-shirt. Yeah,
You can describe it to a T.
so even around.
There you go. You can describe it to a T.
She had a little camera gun and everything. It's just so she's like smiling and her camera gun. The same one I took from her.
Okay. So you can describe that to a T as well. Okay. So you're around Hunter.
She had a little walking there.
So I guess I'm like
It was like probably like right around here on her cheek, it was about around her cheek.
really. So like you're kind of each other, you take a phone or something like this, or take something. That picture, is your phone good tonight? Is it good phone? That's pretty, that's not right.
That's closer.
It's not good one. You know, that picture, Hunter say, oh, there's that one, she's cute, you know, I like to hear her, like to hold her, you get considered, you interact with her. Okay. Alright, so stay for around about everyone. Right, you go. I don't know about that one. You said someone, your mom got put on over.
Yeah, I would consider.
Come on, that.
Strong everything. Shut up, I think the one that did with her.
So, January 1st, Angel moves Johnson. Back.
Yeah, I'm sure how valuable. You don't think about it, they do.
It's convoluted.
Yeah.
So, mom speaks most about that. She got free. She said, but not good. Do that.
I don't find my things to know. So I think I'm going to hospital. Ship it not dog.
What's first one about? So now February 10th-ish. What happened? Where's Angel? Where are you?
Removal, up there, removal.
Whatever. Thank you. So, Angel? Got it.
asked her if she had even put any effort into trying to locate her daughter, and she responded with, yeah, I mean, I have, by making phone calls and leaving voice messages, but she hadn't physically tried to locate it. But the detective called her out on it, saying, why are you calling your mom to find your daughter? Why didn't you try harder to go find your own child? And Megan starts talking about how she might know where Evelyn is, but she's not sure. From the sounds of it in this interrogation, it sounds like detectives went with Megan to search spots that she claimed Evelyn might be at, but it obviously resulted in nothing.
And now, hey, where's Evelyn? Well, no. You start shoulders. All right. Like that, turn it. What do you mean? That's exactly. I'm not. How do you know? That's a really good question. How do you know? I'm just in. Then I told him. You're okay with it? I'm not. Even my own. And the other reason I know you to call this one. That's your whatever. I'm trying to help. Let you do it. There's your opinion. Well, I just thought that maybe like that might have an online. As a person, today, before you were here and there, you had no idea about what it is, but I'll. So you can watch it out early. You don't know she's safe, alive, well nourished, person. You don't know anything about the child since she's in prison. Right? So, okay. Listen. Someone, is there anything you let out? Is there anything you let out? You have reason to believe that everyone's lying. Well, that's gospel. What if you have to?
Officers would eventually bring up messages they found on her Facebook and prove that Megan was calling her 13-month-old daughter means she is insane. I mean, just listen to what she changes her story and scramble to find a believable one to give detectives. So I another scenario by saying, okay, if I tell you what actually happened now, I'll get in trouble for not telling you the truth first. Which tells me she knew detectives saw right through her first few stories and was doing whatever she could to come up with something to get her out of the hot seat. And then she starts to cry and act as if she cares about her experience. The officers would eventually bring Megan's father in order to talk to her and see if he could get Megan to open up about the truth. We see a clear difference in the way Megan responds to her father rather than the detective. And even her father is in the interrogation and was saying, no chance, what you're claiming is the truth. Megan says that her mom has Evelyn. Tom says, when did Amber come get Evelyn? Megan says, back in December, around the last time she was alive. He's like, no, she doesn't have her.